Yeah, here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming. Yeah.
What is crackin' lackin', ladies and gentlemen? What is crackin' lackin'? This is TJ Quake, your ghetto gamer, and I'm back once again. As you guys all know, happy Thanksgiving to all y'all. A belated Thanksgiving, all that. I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving and got to grub and get your grub on and all that. I know I did and everything. We had the whole family over and everything the other day, yesterday, and it was just, it was lovely. It was a lovely thing over here at the old MJ TJ house here, and we just had a blast with the family and eating turkey and chicken and just having a blast with Thanksgiving and giving and thanking Lord Jesus Christ that we can do so. Unlike this heifer right below me, right here, that's right, Miss Joy Reid, the Grinch of Thanksgiving. That's right, the Grinch. She's the Grinch of Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure she'll be hating on Christmas next. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this show right here is about to talk about the non-thankful people in our country, people of the media like Joy Reid, race-hating, race hustler. Yeah, Joy stink-ass Reid, right here. You guys can see. I'll see you close up over. There you go. Okay, don't let your eyes focus on it too much. They might melt. Let me get that off there real quick, because yeah. You don't want to look at that face for too long. I'll bring that back up again in the video that you guys get to see of her stupidity and everything. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to this show, TJ Quake's Ghetto Gaming Pop Culture Talk, where we talk about pop culture, news, video games, the craziness that goes on in the world, man, from a ghetto perspective, TJ Quake's perspective. And that's what I like to do. I like to bring it to you real. Bring it to you from my own zone. See what you guys think, even in the comments below. Tell me what you think. And if you like the video, then please give a like, subscribe and share this video, because it helps the brother out. Definitely. So anyway, you guys, I know the last video I put out there was a crazy, wild topic on some biblical stuff there. But sometimes the brothers got to do that, and not everybody's going to like what TJ Quake's got to say. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to like what I say. And guess what? I don't give a damn, because I'm not here for your feelings. I don't care and everything. Because the far lefties, they don't give a flip about us. They don't care about us. They're the most lying, hypocritical pieces of crizzle on the planet. And therefore, I'm the weapon to fight right back at it. And if they don't like it, oh well, bro, I don't give two shizzles and everything. So, once again, I'm here to fight against the propaganda bullshiz here with Joy Reid. Because she's over here trying to talk smack on Thanksgiving, talking about, it's like slavery all over again. Really? Oh my gosh. This woman, you want to know what's so funny? Is she's the same age as I am. I just found this out today. This woman's 53 years old. Everything. I'm like, what? No, please say it's not so. He can't be a 69 kid. No. I don't want this woman sharing the same year as me as birth. Because this woman did not grow up the way I did. That's for damn sure. And so forth. She hates white people and so forth. And I can't stand people that, have such hatred in their heart. I didn't like it when the white man had that problem with us. I didn't like it when the black man has that problem. I don't like it when people hate on other people because of the color of their skin, because of what their ancestors might have done. When this woman does it, she stops at the part where the white man brings us over here. She didn't go to the part where before the white man brought us, which was when our ancestors in Africa sold us over to the white man. No, they always happen to stop right there. They don't want to talk about those guys. They only want to talk about what the white man did, because only the white man did all the destruction in this world. Really? Let's see. You guys need to really look at world history and see who was doing all the craziness amongst each other. Indians were killing Indians. Africans were killing Africans, and so forth. Back and forth. White man was killing white man. It was all around the world. White man wasn't the only one doing it. But these women like this, people like this heifer right here, Miss Joy Flipneck Reid, believes that that's the case. So we're going to get into that real quick. As you guys can see, I'll put it right here. Yeah. There it is. MSNBC, Joy Reid blasts fairy tale of Thanksgiving, links holiday to slavery. Yeah, well, I don't understand where the slavery part came in, because there was no slaves during that portion of the time when the pilgrims came over here and decided, the true story behind that is that the pilgrims were running out of food and they were getting jacked up and so forth. They didn't have much so they had to kind of, till the land, try to figure out what they could do. And the Indians showed them how to grow corn. And the Indians were kind of being cool with them, and they started being chill. At first, they didn't know who the Indians were. They was like, "Oh, who are these people? They have to hurt us?" But then they decided to see, oh, wait a minute, these guys are actually kind of cool. They're nice. And the Indians say, yeah, we can be cool with y'all. Y'all be cool with us. And they said, well, here we go. We're going to show you guys how to plant some corn. And the pilgrims were like, oh, wow. Because the pilgrims, as you guys know, were not like warriors or people that try to conquer anybody. They were just looking for the new land, a new place to get away from the daggum king of England and everything, because they didn't like the rules over there, because the king of England was always trying to tax them and shiz. So they left and they said, let's go over to the new world. And that's what they did, the new world. And they came amongst the Indians, and the Indians were cool with them. They cool back, and they had this thing called Thanksgiving. And it just blew into something bigger and bigger and bigger. But of course, Joy Reid wants to say otherwise, because other white people decided they wanted to do other things other than be cool with the Indians. And that is true. That is true. The colonizers did come over here and start taking things. But guess what? They act like that they were the only ones who were doing it. The Indians were doing it to each other long before the white man and so forth. They were jacking each other over. Mohawks were going against the Creeks. The Creeks were going against Cherokee. There was all kinds of different tribes that were fighting for different portions of the land. And they conquered each other. And look at the Mayans and the Aztecs. The Aztecs were jacking up the Mayans, sacrificing them to the sun god. Oh, nobody wants to talk about that, though. And everything. Oh, yeah, they were doing some bloody sacrifices. Oh, look into the history of the Aztecs and what they did to the Mayans. Yeah, before the Spaniards came over. Yeah, But anyway, I digress. Let's get right on over here to Joy Reid right here, because, we got a lot of controversy going on with this heifer. Controversial MSNBC Joy Reid waged war on Thanksgiving ahead of the cherished national holiday, claiming it's a simplistic fairy tale. A simplistic fairy tale. So it's just a fairy tale. Everything. It's funny. I bet you Joy Reid enjoyed Thanksgiving during her time growing up as a child and everything. But all of a sudden she wants to split us apart. She wants to, divide and conquer us. I don't have no understanding why they let this woman be on on the news, man, because all she does is spread hate. That's all she does. But I'm going to get you guys. So before we get deep into this, let's let you hear what Joy Reid had to say about it. I want you to hear it with your own ears, people. Tell me if this woman is hating on her country on a holiday that we have been enjoying since I was born, since she's been a child. She's the same age as me, and she's been enjoying this holiday. And now all of a sudden, it's the worst thing in the world. It's the Holocaust all over again. Go on, Joy Reid. Let's hear what you got to say about how wonderful you hate Thanksgiving. Let me put this over here real quick. Put that in the headphones. Go on, Joy.
The day we gather with friends and family to enjoy turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. We throw on the game, catch up on our lives, and then discuss, or quite possibly argue, about religion and politics. For millions of Americans, it's a day of cherished traditions. And as Americans, we certainly value those traditions. But it's also important to unpack the myth of Thanksgiving.
We, as Americans, we value those traditions. She don't value shizzle, people, because she's about to tell you how much she values this holiday that we've been celebrating since, me and her have both been alive and everything. Yeah. Go on, Joy. Tell us how we cherish it.
It is a holiday riddled with historical inaccuracies, built on this myth that the indigenous welcomed their colonizers with open arms and ears of corn. A simplistic fairy tale interpretation of a 1621 encounter between indigenous tribes and English settlers that erases the genocide that followed. It's the truth.
She said the genocide that followed. Okay. That followed. So She ignores the part where the Pilgrims were together in harmony and they were chilling, because the Pilgrims weren't out there conquering shit. They weren't doing that. They barely had any weapons. They may have had a couple of muskets, and stuff like that. They were in no aspect of being able to fight an entire tribe of Indians there and so forth. They came there, they needed help, and the Indians helped them and so forth. And they shared with them, the Indians, what they had, and the Indians shared with them what they had and so forth. And they kind of came together cool like that. Now, afterwards, when the other settlers started coming, which weren't really settlers, these were more the conquerors, the ones that said, we're going to come in here and start exploring stuff. Okay, well, those are the ones that started getting stupid and everything. You know what I'm saying? And everything. But she wants to take away the first portion of that, which is that the Pilgrims and the Indians got along. Those first settlers that came here, they were chilling with the Indians. But no. Go on, Reid. Go on, tell us how much more of the hate that we should start listening, from you, so that we maybe will stop this horrible holiday called Thanksgiving.
Truth Republicans want banned from our textbooks. Because here's the secret they want so desperately to keep. We are a country founded on violence. Our birth was violent. In 1619, a ship with more than 20 enslaved Africans landed in Virginia, ushering in
1619! Yes, those 1619 slaves that landed here on this here place we call United States of America. Yeah, Joy, you want to tell everybody how those slaves came to be? Well, the English actually technically fought a Spaniard ship, and they were battling each other, and the Spaniards had those dadgum slaves on their ship, headed somewhere else and everything. Well, the English obviously took all the cargo off of that ship and everything, including the slaves that the Spaniards had on there, and they took them too, and so forth, but she forgets that the slaves ended up in the hands of these people from our own people. Yeah, the Dahomies and the rest of these other African tribes out there that were capturing and conquering other tribes and killing them, and then putting them as slaves in their own territories, and then selling them off to the white man for trinkets like guns and gunpowder. Yeah, that's what the African people were doing to other Africans, and then they sold them to the white man. The white man would have never been able to get them in the first place if it wasn't for the African tribes that were selling them over to the white man for trinkets and so forth. That's how it happened, ladies and gentlemen. Look at real history. Yeah, you notice that history wasn't in our history books either. I didn't see that. I never read about that in the history books, where it was actually black people selling it over to the white man, because the white man couldn't even barely hang in Africa because of all the diseases and viruses that they would catch and so forth, because they weren't their bodies weren't immune to the different climates and the different bugs and things like that, and malaria, they had to kind of get in there little bit by little bit. They had to start taking different medicines just so to make sure that they could stay in there and last for a little bit. So they barely went into the areas of Africa. They went, but so far along the coastal areas of West Africa and everything, which is where the African tribes were trading over the slaves to them. And that's how we ended up being in the white man's hands, because of our own people. But they don't ever want to talk about that, though. So funny. But go on, let's get in. Seems how she wants to get into history. I just thought I'd throw that little bit out there for you. But go on, Joy. Keep talking about how much you hate Thanksgiving now, because it was distorted.
Our birth was violent. In 1619, a ship with more than 20 enslaved Africans landed in Virginia, ushering in 2 centuries of American slavery that left millions in chains or dead. And when those humans in bondage were finally free, a terrorist organization that was a card-carrying member of polite society, the Ku Klux Klan, picked up where the Civil War ended, using violence to maintain white supremacy. The Klan and its ilk.
Well, what is the Ku Klux Klan and any of that got to do with Thanksgiving, Joy? Can you please tell me that? What is Thanksgiving? What is the Ku Klux Klan got to do with it? This is long after the Civil War. This is long after black people been on here and been doing things in the United States for the longest time. But what does that got to do with Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is talking about the Pilgrims and the Indians, the peace between those two, people at that time. And we celebrate that, Joy. Can you take just a little bit of the joy in that? See, I know why this woman's called Joy Reid. What parent named this girl Joy? That's what I want to know. Why is her name Joy when she's so evil? She's not joyful, people, and she should not be named Joy. But we got to keep calling this woman Joy Reid when all she talks about is depressing bullshit and so forth. Go on, Miss Joy.
Are still active. And as Americans, we continue to choose violence. We are a country that chooses violence over and over again. There is no facet of American society.
She keeps acting like as if this country is the only violent country in the world. We're a country that chooses violence all the time. Well, you might want to talk about your own people then, Joy Reid. You might want to go over there in Chicago and some of these, these spots like Harlem and Detroit and Baltimore and Chicago, Southside Chicago, some of these places like that. Why don't you go in there and talk about we have too much violence? You people need to stop and see what them gangbangers say to you. And they'll be like, bitch, get out of here. That's exactly what they would say. They don't give a flip about you. Violence. Violence has been around since the beginning of time. Joy Reid, since freaking Adam and Eve had their kids and one named Cain killed his brother named Abel. That's when it started. So don't start acting like, they're just the founders of such violence when it's been around forever, including in Africa. Where's that daggum thing at? Well, get back to her stupidity. Where are we at again on her? Okay, go on.
Africans landed in Virginia, ushering in 2 centuries of American slavery that left millions in chains or dead. And when those humans in bondage were finally free, a terrorist organization that was a card-carrying member of polite society, the Ku Klux Klan, picked up where the Civil War ended, using violence to maintain white supremacy. The Klan and its ilk are still active. And as Americans, we continue to choose violence. We are a country that chooses violence over and over again. There is no facet of American society that is untouched by it, as all the recent headlines remind us.
Yeah. So
yeah, there it is. Joy Reid,
Simplistic fairy tale interpretation
with her stupidity and violence about America. America's it's just nothing but violence, and that's all there ever has been. Take the shiz off right now and get back into the real deal. Yeah. So Joy Reid. It seems that you decided you wanted to put your little stain on our Thanksgiving. I'm glad I didn't hear this witch when I was eating my dinner. I would have threw up all my food and everything. This woman is just freaking the Grinch of freaking Thanksgiving, no question. I mean, all she thinks of is just hate. And all she thinks of is how bad this country is. Yet she's at a network, okay? The same network that her girl Tiffany Cross just got fired from. And by the way, the person that fired Tiffany Cross was a black woman who's actually a president over there and everything. Go figure that one. It wasn't even the white man that did it. Although it's still owned by a white company, a white man that owns the company. Yes. All these networks that these black people are on are owned by white people. Okay, the founders of these companies are white people, Joy. Yet they gave your black ass a freaking job and everything so that you could talk shiz on white people. Wow, wonder how that actually works and everything. But these people never get it, though. You know, they hate the country so much, but they still want to stay here. They still want to be here. I guarantee you she had a Thanksgiving meal. Oh, I guarantee you she was sitting at the table with her family having Thanksgiving. I bet you none of this came up during the meal and so forth. They were just having a good old day, enjoying the white man's holiday, I guess. I can't wait to see what she's going to say about Christmas. Maybe she'll have something to say about good old Saint Nick. Santa Claus was racist. Yeah, he was actually a racist man. You notice he never really gave any presents to black children. They'll come up with some stupid bullshit, ladies and gentlemen, because that's how these people are. They're horrible. And they don't give a flip about you, me, or this country. All they care about is getting that paycheck so that they can keep race hustling. That's all this woman does. That's the reason why Tiffany Cross finally had to get ousted. I can't wait till they oust this witch here. I'm going to have a party. I'm going to celebrate when this woman is gone and everything, because she is pure just racial hatred. She talks about white people being so hateful all the time towards black people when she's the very person that hates people so much. She hates white people. Let's just get straight. I don't know why white people even entertain watching this witch. If any of you white people out there are still watching freaking MSNBC, I would stop watching it. Because this woman here hates you. She hates white people. She just puts it, she says it all the time. She just puts it very, in I guess, hidden language and everything. But it's blunt as hell, though. It's blunt as hell. I'm just this here alone. Anything that she can come up with, she wants to blame on white people and everything. All the freaking, violence that she's talking about, she wants to say, really, that's white people doing it. She don't never mention that it's black people doing it. We're the ones killing the number one race that kills our own and so forth. You don't see white people driving by doing killings on their own all the time. But black people do it every single motherfucking day. All the time. I guarantee you won't see Joy Reid, though, walking through any of them neighborhoods, though. Guarantee you won't see it. I guarantee you her neighbors are white. So there it is. And Miss, thing here, who I found out right here, as you guys can see, is 53-year-old. Opened Wednesday night's episode of her show with a tense that she was celebrating the cherished tradition of holiday enjoyed by millions of Americans. Now, again, she's right about that. It is enjoyed by millions of Americans. So why are you talking shizzle, Joy? Why are you talking all that shiz? I don't get it and everything. But that's this woman here, talking smack as usual. And I want to see what my boy, where's that at? If I can find that, get that over here. That's the Joy Reid one. No, I want this one right here. Yeah, I want this one. Where my boy Mark Levin gets in there. A couple of people had some things to say. She says, "Where are the fact checkers?" And I'll put this up real quick for you guys to see that on some of these people. Where are the fact checkers for her? There were many nuisances to the first settlers. Their incredible suffering and what became Thanksgiving. There were alliances and disagreements and hatred and acceptance and accommodation and kindness. What she chooses to believe and spout don't make her opinions factual or relevant. And he's absolutely right. They don't. On this festive day, I'm very thankful that Joy Reid's ancestors weren't the groups of people in charge of turning this new land into one of the dreams and prosperity. Yeah, because our ancestors were actually enslaving and killing other people in the area. Yeah, that's what they were doing and everything, as it would have never have happened. They would have been too busy running around bad-mouthing anything and everything to get anything positive accomplished. Joy, I hope that you have the type of holiday season that you and everyone like you deserves. Yeah. No, she'll have a wonderful time because she's got money. She'll be enjoying it while she's telling you not to enjoy it. So these are just some of the comments of some of these people that, are putting out there, about Joy Reid. She's getting major backlash. People don't like this woman, dude. She just talks shiz 24/7. Joy has nothing if she can't race bait, said one veteran tweeted. Others, meanwhile, question why she could not just enjoy her day off and give thanks. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone but Joy Reid because she's stupid and annoying, one critic tweeted. Reid's outburst comes just weeks after MSNBC chose not to renew the contract of weekend host Tiffany Cross. I was talking about her for reportedly making vulgar comments and name calling on air. So Joy, you might want to think about that before you get on there and act like your shiz don't stink. Because pretty soon it's gonna backfire on you. And these companies are going to start saying, you know what, Joy? Yeah, you're annoying enough people and your ratings aren't really that great. We're going to have to go ahead and shut you down now. Yeah, it was nice having you while we could use you for the time being. You got what we needed out of you. Now we got to say goodbye to you. Yeah, Joy, those same people that you keep talking and you keep hating on are the same people that hold the keys to your daggum paycheck. So you might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, you guys know the song. Anyway, so yeah, this is just the many things that people are saying, about this woman. MSNBC insider also told the Post she had been under fire for allegedly racking up as much as $100,000 in expenses for 5-star hotels. Oh, go figure. Oh, really, Joy? Wow. You must think you're the queen of the freaking network, right? On Wednesday, Reid also invoked information from the 1619 Project, to accuse America of continuing to perpetrate violence and even white supremacy. Because she still says it's going on today. Didn't she say that in her little talk there? The KKK, it's still alive and going on today. Really, Reid? Where? Because I haven't seen any white hoodie dudes coming through my neighborhood. Where are you seeing them at, Joy Reid? Can you show us this? I would love to see it. You got any video? I mean, you are in the mainstream media. Where's all the video on this and everything? Because you ain't got none. That's why. Because you're a lying piece of shizzle. That's why. And everything. So, although this interpretation of American history by the 1619 Project has been pushed in schools, several historians have called out inaccuracies in the project, Fox News reported. Reid later linked these instances of choosing violence over and over again to the recent shootings reported from Colorado and Virginia. So you're talking about the guy that went over there and shot the gay club, I guess, who was also, we're kind of coming to find out, who's gay himself. Yeah, he goes by them, theys, and theirs. He considers himself part of the LGBT community. But they didn't, you notice the news media didn't want to talk about that. Oh no, they dropping the story now that they found out who this guy was, because they wanted to put it up on us, conservatives, Republicans, because that's all they ever do is they want to blame it on the white man all the time. That's all they do. They got a narrative, ladies and gentlemen, that is to always blame us for the very things they do and so forth. Don't believe these lying pieces of crap. Don't listen to people like Joy Reid because she's nothing but evil and hatred. Mark Levin, Joy Reid's screwed up head case whose hate for our fabulous country knows no limits because she doesn't. She has no limits. The woman's just a freaking race-hating freaking piece of shizzle. That's all I can say. And the more we keep freaking, giving this woman clout, the more she's going to keep, the more she's going to keep doing what she does. So people need to tune her ass out. Tune her ass out. That's all I got to say on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to bring that to you. Let you guys know that don't let this piece of crap freaking spoil your holiday cheers and your Thanksgiving because she's a very broken person. She's depressed in her own life. She's not happy with what she's already gotten. She's gotten nice homes and cars and all this stuff. She's making good money at this white network and everything. Yet she still wants to talk shiz on the white people. And other people that don't agree with her line of thinking. I'm sorry, Joy, but you're Satan incarnated. That's all I gotta say. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll end with that. This is TJ Quake, yo, ghetto gamer. I'm Already 5000. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I think we're gonna talk about this new Disney flick. Yeah. What's it called? New World or New Gay World or something like that. The two. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you guys. Peace. Deuces.
Yeah. Here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Yeah. Here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Yeah. Here we go,
cracking, people? Have you been waiting for a place where you can laugh, have fun while getting the latest on movies and game reviews with a little pop culture news? Then you just discovered TJ and MJ Spend Your Dollar or Save Your Dollar movie reviews. Don't get it twisted. We bring it to you live every Friday and Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on Spreaker.com.